How to tell if it's your intuition or your anxiety. A clear and empowering reflection for sensitive souls. There's a fine line between intuition and anxiety. And for emotionally sensitive people, that line can feel paper thin, blurry, confusing, even paralyzing. You pause before making decisions. You overthink messages and conversations. You have a gut feeling, but you're not sure if it's your inner wisdom or your inner worry. And that uncertainty can become exhausting. So, how do you tell the difference? Let's begin with this truth. Anxiety screams, intuition whispers. Anxiety is urgent, loud, and full of what ifs. Intuition is quiet, steady, and usually says something isn't right without panic attached. What anxiety sounds like? You're going to mess this up. They're mad at you. You shouldn't say that. What if they think you're weird? This is going to go badly. Don't even try. Anxiety creates stories based on fear. It pulls from your past wounds and tries to protect you, often by imagining worst case scenarios. It's reactive, defensive, and exhausting. What intuition feels like: a sudden knowing, a pull toward or away from something without overanalysis, a quiet but clear signal: this doesn't feel safe, or this feels aligned. Peaceful certainty, even when the decision is hard. Intuition is wise and grounded. It doesn't rush, it doesn't catastrophize, and it doesn't need to explain itself to be valid. 3 ways to tell the difference. Check the emotional temperature. If your reaction is emotionally charged, if your heart is racing, palms are sweating, or your thoughts are spiraling, it's probably anxiety. If the feeling is calm but clear, like a gentle nudge, it's more likely intuition. Ask yourself, is this based on fear or truth? Anxiety will tell you a million reasons to stay small. Intuition will tell you one reason you can't ignore. Give it space. Sometimes the best way to tell the difference is to pause. Let the initial emotion pass. Go for a walk. Breathe. Come back to the thought later. If it still feels true, without all the noise, it's probably your intuition. For sensitive people, why this is hard. If you grew up in a home where your feelings were invalidated, if you've been in relationships where your voice was dismissed, if you were gaslit, criticized, or trained to doubt your own judgment, then of course you struggle with this. You weren't taught to trust your intuition. You were taught to second guess it. So when anxiety and intuition show up at the same time, they blur together. But the fact that you even ask this question, is this real or am I just anxious, is proof of your self awareness. You're not lost, you're just unlearning. A practice to try. The next time you feel uncertain, pause and write down the thought. Then ask, does this thought feel frantic or firm? Is it trying to protect me from a specific situation or from an old wound? If I had zero fear, what would I know to be true? Don't rush the answer. Let your body speak. Your intuition often lives in your gut, your chest, your quiet moments, not in the noise. Final thoughts. Intuition and anxiety both want to keep you safe, but only one of them is based in truth, the other in trauma. Learning the difference isn't about perfection, it's about practice. The more you practice listening, the stronger your inner voice becomes. You can trust yourself again, even if you weren't taught how, even if you're still healing, especially because you're still healing. You are not broken. You are learning to hear your wisdom beneath the worry. And that is brave, beautiful work. If this reflection brought you a moment of peace or insight, Please consider liking the video and subscribing to Purely Voiced. Your support helps this space grow and reach more hearts that need it.